48 nations, one trophy. And this summer, it all happens right here in North America. But here's the thing nobody's saying out loud. Some of the men stepping onto that pitch in June, they may never get another chance like this again. One is chasing history that nobody has ever touched before. One is carrying an entire country's 24-year heartbreak on his back, and one of them is barely old enough to vote. This World Cup isn't just a tournament, it's a last dance, a coronation, and a breakout waiting to happen, all at the same time. These are the 10 players who could define the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Before we get into this, I want to ask you for one small favor. If you enjoy this content, take just a second, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of people watching right now haven't subscribed yet. It costs you nothing, but it honestly means everything to us. So go ahead, tap that subscribe button. Done? Perfect. Let's get back into it. The 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off on June 11th, 2026, with matches spread across 16 cities in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For the first time in history, 48 teams will compete. That's more drama, more upsets, and more legendary moments than we've ever seen before. But you don't tune into a World Cup for the format. You tune in for the players, the ones who make you leap off your couch at 2 in the morning, the ones who carry nations on their shoulders like it's nothing. So let's count them down. Starting from number 10. Number 10, Alphonso Davies, Canada. Imagine growing up in a refugee camp in Ghana, then one day you're the face of a World Cup hosted in your own country. That's Alphonso Davies. Born on November 2nd, 2000, in Buduburam, Ghana, Davies moved to Canada as a child and grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. He went from the streets of Edmonton to the starting She at Bayern Munich, a Champions League winner at just 19 years old. This World Cup is personal for Davies. Canada is a host nation. The opening group stage matches will be played in Toronto and Vancouver, his backyard essentially. The pressure is immense, but Davies runs toward pressure, not away from it. Number 9, Harry Kane, England. Harry Kane has scored goals his entire career. League titles, European trophies, golden boots, he's collected almost everything the club game has to offer. Almost. Born on July 28, 1993, in Walthamstow, London, Kane is England's all-time top scorer. He's now leading the line at Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. He's sharp, he's clinical, and he's hungry. But here's what drives him more than any stat. England have never won a World Cup since July 30th, 1966, at Wembley Stadium. That's 60 years. And Kane, now in his early 30s, knows this is likely his last realistic shot at changing that forever. Number 8, Ousmane Dembélé, France. You want to talk about a turnaround story? Let's talk Dembélé. There was a time, not long ago, when people wrote this man off entirely. Injuries, attitude questions, uncertainty. But born on May 15, 1997, in Vernon, Normandy, Ousmane Dembélé has silenced every single critic. He won the Ballon d'Or. Let that sink in. The Ballon d'Or, the most prestigious individual award in football, and it's sitting on his shelf. France entered this World Cup as arguably the deepest squad in the tournament. And Dembélé, playing with that unpredictable electric style of his, the low center of gravity, the disguised passes, the sudden accelerations, is the engine behind so much of it. Pair him with the player we'll get to soon, and France become genuinely frightening. Number 7, Jude Bellingham, England. He scored one of the best goals of the decade at Euro 2024. An overhead kick against Slovakia, deep in stoppage time, that dragged England back from the brink of elimination. Born on June 29, 2003, in Stourbridge, England, Jude Bellingham is only 22 years old, and already one of the most complete midfielders on the planet. He finished third in Ballon d'Or voting in 2024. At Real Madrid, he plays every week under the brightest lights in club football. Nothing phases him. At the last World Cup in Qatar in 2022, Bellingham started every England match as a teenager. He was already a leader then. Now, he's the leader, the heartbeat of this England side. And in North America this summer, the world will find out if this generation of England players can finally deliver on all that potential. Bellingham carries the hope of a nation, and he looks like he was built for that. Number 6, Lamine Yamal, Spain. On July 13, 2007, a boy was born in Esplugas de Llobregat, a small town just outside Barcelona, Spain. His name is Lamine Yamal, and right now, at the age of 18, he is one of the most electric footballers on the face of the earth. He made his Spain debut at just 15 years old. He starred at Euro 2024 and helped Spain win the tournament as a teenager. He doesn't look nervous. He doesn't look overwhelmed. He looks like he belongs on the biggest stage in football. Yamal carries the ball with a confidence that is almost unsettling for someone his age. One-on-one, he's virtually unplayable. His dribbling, his left foot, his vision, it is elite. At this World Cup, playing in front of some of the biggest crowds he's ever seen, Lamine Yamal is entering his first World Cup. And the frightening thing? This might only be the beginning. Number 5, Vinicius Jr. Brazil. Brazil haven't won a World Cup since that golden night in Yokohama, Japan on June 30th, 2002. 24 years. It's the longest drought in their history. And the man carrying the weight of 215 million people's dreams? Vinicius Jr. Born on July 12, 2000, in São Gonçalo, Rio de Janeiro, Vini Jr. has been extraordinary at Real Madrid. Champions League nights, La Liga titles, he's done it all at club level. But for Brazil, the big moment hasn't come yet. Number 4, Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal. Say what you want, debate it all you like. But on June 11th, 2026, when this World Cup begins, Cristiano Ronaldo, born February 5th, 1985 in Funchal, Madeira, will be 41 years old and stepping onto a World Cup pitch for the 6th time. Nobody in history has ever done that. Not Messi, not Pelé, nobody. Portugal have had consecutive quarter-final exits. Qatar in 2022, Euro 2024 the year after. The critics have been loud. But Ronaldo avoided suspension and will be available from the first match. And if you think he's just there for the occasion, you don't know this man. Number 3, Kylian Mbappé, France. In 2018, in Russia, an 18-year-old tore Brazil apart at the Kazan Arena on June 30 and sent France to the semifinals. His name was Kylian Mbappé. Born on December 20th, 1998, in Bondy, a suburb north of Paris, Mbappé has since become one of the fastest, most clinical forwards the sport has ever produced. He has 12 World Cup goals already. The all-time record is 16, held by Miroslav Klose of Germany. He is 4 goals away. In the 2022 World Cup final in Lusail, Qatar, on December 18, he scored a hat-trick. A hat-trick in a World Cup final. Something only one other man had ever done. Sir Geoff Hurst for England back in 1966. And still, France lost on penalties. Number 2, Neymar Jr., Brazil. There are footballers who entertain. There are footballers who win. And then, there are footballers who become the heartbeat of an entire nation. Born on February 5th, 1992, in Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo, Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. has spent more than a decade carrying the expectations of Brazilian football on his shoulders. From the streets of Brazil to the bright lights of Barcelona, Paris, and now back home with Santos, Neymar's career has been filled with unforgettable moments, dazzling skill, and relentless pressure. Now in his 30s, Neymar enters what could realistically be his final FIFA World Cup. And for Brazil, this tournament means everything. Number 1, Lionel Messi, Argentina. On December 18, 2022, at Lusail Stadium in Qatar, after 36 years of waiting, Argentina became world champions. And standing at the center of it all, wrapped in a ceremonial black bisht, lifting the FIFA World Cup trophy above his head, was Lionel Andres Messi. Born June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina. He scored in every single round of that tournament. Every single round. He's already the record holder for World Cup games played and World Cup minutes played. And now he's coming back for a 6th World Cup. Argentina coach Lionel Scaloni has said the whole world wants to see Messi play this summer. And he's right. No one who loves football wants to miss this. Messi is 38 years old. He plays now for Inter Miami in the United States, the host nation for the majority of this tournament. He knows these stadiums. He knows the grass. And his Argentina side is one of the most feared squads in the world, Copa America winners in 2021 and 2024. World champions in between. Can they do what Italy did in the 1930s and Brazil did with Pele, defend the title? Only one man can answer that, and his name is Leo Messi. 48 teams, 104 matches, and players like these ready to light up the biggest stage in football. The 2026 World Cup is going to be unforgettable. But now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with our list? Did we get it right? Or is there someone we completely missed who could dominate this tournament? Drop your thoughts and your top picks down in the comments. We'd love to hear your opinions and debate it with you. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more World Cup content as we count down to kickoff. There's a lot more coming, and you won't want to miss it. See you in the next one.